Hey there, everybody. How's it going? We've got a new week and a new boss battle simulator. That's pretty much the only new thing that's going on. They have announced sort of like the first anniversary countdown campaign, but all that really is they've just given us some missions that we can do. Basically, just, you'll see this first countdown missions. Basically, they give you some rewards for pulling on the special 3-star guaranteed banner. I'll talk about that in just a second. So if you do pull on that, it's purely paid crystals only, so keep that in mind. But yeah, you get some rewards for that. Basically, you get enough to 6-star a unit with the wisdom orbs. So you get enough wisdom orbs to do a 6-star unit if you want to. You also get some wisdom orbs just by clearing daily missions, as you can see. So make sure you're clearing your daily missions every day, so that it looks like after about 5 days you should get 4 wisdom orbs, which is one shy of being able to do a 6-star unit. But I think they actually gave us a wisdom orb for something else. Let me look. Do they have the ones that we've already done? Yeah. So yeah, your first 5 daily missions, you get a wisdom orb. So after 5 days, as long as you do your 5 daily missions, your daily ones are, of course, these guys that clear the quests, do your bonus missions and whatnot. So as long as you do that, you should have enough to get a free 6-star upgrade unit, assuming you have all the red orbs, blue orbs, white orbs, and everything to do it. You're also getting, as long as you consume, I think, up to 2,000 stamina, you should have enough red orbs, white orbs, and blue orbs, again, to do a free 6-star upgrade on a unit. So that's pretty much all we've got for this week. I think there might be some new stuff next week. They've still got, obviously, the Battle Challenge Memories event going on. Nothing's really changed there. They unfortunately did not restock the shop. I was really hoping they would restock the shop because, I wanted to get some more tickets, more Pixel Bond, the stuff that actually matters. As you can see, I haven't even bothered doing the Truth Orbs. I'm kind of done with this event. I've just been grinding the bonus 1-4 for the picks. However, another campaign that's going on right now is you are getting the half price on the story stages. So feel free to farm some of the story stages. That does not include bonus stages. So the bonus stages are not half stamina, but all the story stages for all chapters that are not bonus are actually half price now. All right, so just to show you real quick, so well, that doesn't look like it's half price. Maybe it's not the very hard. Is it just the normal ones? It might just be the normal ones. Yeah, so these are half price now. And if I can recommend, I think that, or maybe that's next week, because that doesn't look like it's half price either, actually. Well, was it originally 10 and then now it's 5? I don't think that's right. Maybe that's not till next week to do the half price. Let's take a quick look before I tell you some wrong information. Where's the half price? Oh yeah, so the daily bonus quests, those don't start until next week. The half stamina cost, that doesn't start till next week. Okay, so that's not till next week. All right, so we've got some other stuff coming up next week, it looks like. I'm not really sure what else is going to be happening next week, which is the week before we reach the first anniversary and we get the big version 2 upgrade. So I'm not exactly sure what else they're going to do next week, because Boss Sim obviously only lasts 1 week. The Battle Challenge Memories will still be up, but most of us have probably cleared that and have probably finished farming out the shop, so maybe they'll restock the shop next week. I don't know. We don't have any Mickey Run events coming up, and I don't think they're doing another boss battle sim, so next week might be a bit of a dead week, but maybe that's why they're doing the half stamina cost, because they want people to just farm up stuff. Anyways, I'm probably not going to do any videos next week, just giving you a heads up on that, because I don't think there's going to be anything really going on unless they do like a big news drop and like explain what the first anniversary and version 2 update is going to be. I don't really think I'm going to bother doing any content videos next week. I'll wait until after the big update drops, and I'll just kind of run through that with you guys, and we'll run through that together and figure out what the big update is all about. Now, they did drop a couple of new banners on us. So you do have a 3-star guaranteed banner with a major rate up on Dancer Goofy and Alice. And I've done reviews on both of these units, and you can check my backlog to see official reviews. You can also look at the compendium. I'll put a link to the compendium, which has my tier list. It also has individual reviews for all the units on the compendium, so you can look there to get an idea of which units are good. But just real quick, Dancer Goofy is by far one of the best DPS units you can get in the game. So if you do not have him, this is a great opportunity to try and pick him up. Now, remember that the guaranteed banner is paid crystals only. You see it's 3,000 red crystals. Those are paid crystals only, and you get 3 pulls on it. And there's it's a standard 10 pull, with the final pull being a guaranteed 3-star unit. The drop rates on the guaranteed 3-star, 25% for Dancer Goofy, 25% for Alice, and then the rest of the 3-star units are all Color Strikers. So the Color Striker is kind of the theme here for this banner. So it's all the Color Strikers that are in there, and some of them are good, some of them are trash. So, but you got a 50% chance of getting either Goofy or Alice. Alice is fine. You know, she's a pretty good orange striker. She's better than Aurora, that's for sure. But Goofy is definitely the best on that slot. He is the best in that whole thing. So if you can get yourself a Dancer Goofy, you are doing great. They do have a regular banner with a pity. It is a 100-point pity, so that's 30,000 crystals for a pity. So do keep that in mind. But this banner is up for 2 weeks. So it's up this week and next week. So you have 2 weeks to do it. So if you have some paid crystals lying around, you can do daily pulls for 100, and that takes a little bit of the sting out of it. But it very well may be worth it to do a little bit of that. Again, the drop rates are increased on Dancer Goofy and Alice at 1.5%. So again, it's another great opportunity to pick up Dancer Goofy. So now, with that being said, I do think that this is fairly clearly a big bait banner before heading into the anniversary. I think they're probably going to do some pretty neat new banners for the anniversary, so do keep that in mind. But also, Dancer Goofy is really good, so it's a pretty good bait. If I'm not if I do say so, I think it's a pretty good bait. But yeah, just keep in mind they're probably going to do something really impressive for the anniversary on October 7th. So I don't really know what to tell you. All I can tell you is that Dancer Goofy is really good, and if you get him, don't feel bad. You know, don't feel bad pulling for Dancer Goofy. They also do have, they do still have, obviously, Poison Apple Witch Queen up here, and they do have, they are giving out limited gacha tickets for Queen in the current boss battle sim. So you can still pull some of those. I'm not sure if they're going to give any more after the boss sim. You know, we'll just have to wait and see. Sorry, I'm just going to turn on real quick. I'm just going to turn on my Do Not Disturb because my security system is giving me all kinds of messages there. People going in and out of my doors. So I'm going to turn that off real quick. All right. So let's get to the boss battle sim. So this is actually, I believe, the Blob is was the very first boss battle sim that we ever had. So he's returning. So he's a nice bookend to Boss Battle Simulator because he's the first one that we've had, and he's the last one that we have had. Now, unfortunately, the damage bonus is just our Poison Apple Queen, which I do have. I did pull a copy of her with free tickets, but she's LB0, which means she's fairly worthless, in my opinion. I think if you have her LB1 at least, then she's better because she can then at least bring the attack break, which does work on this boss. So this boss is susceptible to both attack and defense break. So keep that in mind. If you have breakers, they can really help because this guy does, he hits pretty hard. So you either want to bring a lot of defenses, like you want to bring damage reduction and defense buffs, or you want to bring like damage reduction and an attack break if you want to, you know, keep everybody alive, because this guy hits really, really hard. Now, obviously, if you're a whale and you've got, you know, high LB levels on all your units, then their defense stats might already be high enough that they can kind of tank it a little bit. But yeah, as you can see, I'm not doing super well in this one. So, you know, my score is definitely middling. I'm just hoping to stay in the top 50 if I can for this one, which might be a stretch. I might not be making it in the top 50 this time around, but honestly, I don't really care. I'm not pulling. I'm not going to waste any crystals on Poison Apple Witch trying to go for a higher score. This guy also throws poison and SP lock at you, which can be problematic. Really, what this guy is all about is he's all about RNG, because on the first turn, he has the potential to do a very strong AoE and do SP lock and poison to your whole party. The SP lock, however, is not 100% chance. I believe it's either 50 or 75%. It's probably 75%. So it's a high chance, but it's not a 100% chance that you're going to get SP locked. And so, you know, you got a couple of options. You can bring an SP generator with SP lock resist just to not even have to worry about it. Or you can bring in an SP generator without SP lock resist and just pray that they don't get SP locked. That's what I've been doing. And then, yeah, there's also a chance that the boss will not do an AoE. He'll just do 2 single target attacks. That's your absolute best scenario, but it's a pretty low chance of it happening. But now that we have 30 attempts, you have a greater chance of actually seeing that happen. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to do a couple of runs here, show you the team that I'm using. All right, so here's the team that I've been using. I've got Cruella, because she brings the defense buffs. She also brings the heals, which is good for Moana. We're bringing, obviously we're bringing Belle for the crit buffs and the attack buffs. We're bringing Doofy, of course, for the attack boost. I've got Patisserie Mini as my SP generator, and then we've got Moana just as my hit stick, right? Okay, so this is the party that I've been using. I'll show you what I've got SP gain up on my Mini. So what I've been doing is I've just been, if she gets SP locked on turn 1, I just quit, I bounce, and I come back. And I run it until she doesn't get SP locked. And that's basically what I've been doing to get the score that I got. Doofy just has SP consumption or SP reduction. So does Moana, SP reduction. We've also got SP reduction on Cruella. We're just looking for SP reduction. So everyone's just got SP reduction, basically. We're just trying to reduce the amount of SP we need here so that we can just hopefully rock off skills as much as possible. So let's get in here real quick and I'll show you how this one rolls, all right? So on turn 1's a pretty low damage turn. We're just going to do some defending here, and we're just going to use skills on Cruella for the buffs. Obviously on Belle for the buffs, and then Doofy for the attack boost. All right, so this is what we're going to do on turn 1, just trying to get our buffs set up. We're going to hope and pray that Minnie does not get SP locked. If she does, like I said, we're just going to bounce and come back. All right, we got lucky. She did not get SP locked, thankfully, so we can keep on going. All right, so now we are basically, just gonna keep doing our buffs, and we're gonna hope we can just deal some serious damage here. All right. Now I hope Goofy does. Yeah. See, that's what I was afraid of. I was afraid of Goof. Sometimes Doofy does that. I could consider putting Moana in slot 2 instead, but you know, sometimes he doesn't knock him out of rage there on that one. All right, and yeah, we're basically just going to keep going. Now Belle doesn't need to do her skill, so I'm actually going to defend her because I want to make sure Belle doesn't die. Actually, you know what? Let's just keep doing Belle. Yeah, let's just keep rocking Belle because I wanted to keep up her buffs as much as possible in case she does die on the last turn when we hit rage again. So we're just going to keep rocking skills as much as possible here. And we're just going to try and dish out as much damage. That's basically all we're doing. It's kind of a just tap go strategy in a sense. And we're just going to keep rocking it and hoping we get crits, you know? All right. So on this one, all right, I am gonna actually defend with Belle because I want to do a skill here. I want to make sure we push the boss into, I definitely want to make sure we push the boss into rage mode before we get to Moana, so that she has a chance to proc her her skill. All right, and hopefully she gets, damn, she did not get a crit on that, which is unfortunate, but yeah, it is what it is. And of course he took out Cruella. Why wouldn't he? All right, so yeah, here we go. We're just gonna do our best and hope we get, you know, some decent damage. And of course he knocks him out of rage mode again, so that's just the way that it goes, huh? So kind of bad breaks on that one, but you know, not a bad score. I think, you know, obviously if Moana had actually gotten off her her skill while the boss was still in rage mode, I think we would have had a better look at that one. But yeah, you know, it is what it is. Doofy doesn't always knock him out of rage mode on that one. So I'm gonna do a couple more tries and just see, you know, just to give you guys a couple more tries at this one and show you how it rolls. All right, that's pretty bogus right there. All right, yep. Well, you know what? Honestly, that was probably one of the better runs I got, and I can't really show you guys any better than that, to be honest with you. Like, the only thing that would have improved on that is if Moana had actually procced her striker a couple more times. I think that would have given me a better score. So really, that was kind of a best case scenario, that first run. So I don't honestly think I need to do much more than that. So that's pretty much all I got for you guys today. Pretty simple week. I think we're just kind of cruising until we hit the anniversary. So I'll see you guys in a couple of weeks. I'm going to take a week off, I think, from doing content. I might post if I get a better team, like for Green Striker, I'll probably put Simba in place of Moana, just so I get that Green Striker. And I might post a short tomorrow when I do that, or if I get a better team later on, I'll post a short of that to show you guys. But otherwise, that's pretty much it. So thank you guys for following me, and I'll see you on the other side.